Hi there, hope you're having a good day. Welcome back to another video. I think I'm finally ready to talk about the Sabrina 1. Really appreciate your patience and any interest you may have in my thoughts on them. So keep in mind that mine is a Nike ID pair, or Nike by you, sorry. I think quite a few of you did choose to do that as well, but for some reason they go for 30 bucks more than the retail colorways. 160 US dollars instead of $130. But in Canada this time, it's 190 Canadian dollars versus 170. Anyways, we'll jump right into how they perform. I've had my pair for a while now, but every time I was gonna wear these again, I either had another pair that I want to try, or I just keep going back to my Asics. Maybe that says something about how practical they are. Not the most ideal for someone like me who has slightly wider feet and is now on the heavier side, unfortunately. Don't forget that it's still a women's shoe at the end of the day, even with extended sizing and all that. So just like the Air Dowdam, it's not doable if you have high volume feet. I think the upper will press down on you too much. As to how the Sabrina 1 performs on the court, cushion is just about sufficient for the majority of people, I think. It's definitely nothing crazy, not super soft, but you do get a fairly smooth ride and some heel compression with Nike React. With core feel and all that, it reminds me a lot of the Zoom Freak 1. Is it a great shoe for guards? Yes. For heavier and bigger players, probably not so much. I wouldn't say the impact protection is bad, but there's much better options just from Nike itself. Now traction is pretty interesting because I chose to go with a translucent outsole. Not the best quality decision, perhaps. Well, it was not very consistent. So sometimes it stops really hard. Other times I just wasn't getting a good grip on a dusty court. Part of it was because of dust pickup. Once dust accumulates, it might get trapped in between the grooves. So it's kind of hard to wipe off. The squeak is like hit or miss too, but on a very clean court, it's fantastic. So yeah, traction might depend heavily on the type of courts that you normally play at. And if you got the launch colorway, a solid rubber pair, or had a different experience, please let me know in the comment section. With the fit, so here's the important part actually. I still decided to go true to size, and it did work for me, even though it is a tight and snug fit. Wide footers, you can certainly go up a half size to be safe, but if you have high volume feet, I would strongly recommend that you just avoid getting these. Like most brands, you just add 1.5 to your size in men's shoes. If you were to buy them from the Nike website, there's extended sizing for sure. Stores usually don't carry bigger sizes past a size 10 in women's, I believe. This is a lightweight shoe. For size 10.5 or size 12 in women's, they come in at 390 grams. Materials are pretty nice, no pinching anywhere. Like regardless of the price, Nike doesn't necessarily give us the best quality materials. But on the Sabrina 1, it was done nicely and designed carefully too, I would say. Stability is fine, ankle and torsional support, not much really. And padding is very minimal, not surprising. But I gotta say, like the first few times especially, this collar feels hard and stiff and sticks right against my bones there. I don't know if anybody else had this. It did go away for me, but my point is this shoe will require some break-in time. Now, I'm not trying to be picky, but another thing is that this black strap that covers the midfoot, I really didn't like it. For a shoe that is already bad for high volume feet, this presses down even more. It also makes it very hard to adjust or loosen up the laces. And if you don't, this is almost gonna feel like a baguette on feet. On the other hand, I wouldn't say it made lockdown so much better so that this was worth the trade-off, if that makes sense. So in all honesty, I don't think the shoe is overrated performance-wise, but it was definitely overhyped at first. A big barrier will be the fit. Traction was a little inconsistent on my pair, but everything else is decent. I think they've been restocking the bigger sizes. So if you haven't pulled the trigger yet, might as well wait it out to see if it ever goes on sale. Also, there are just many other promising releases. Not the Skechers. Fuck me, I want my money back. Overall, from my experience, I did enjoy playing in the Sabrina 1. I think the silhouette looks great, and if you were hoping for a Kobe-like shoe, they turn out just like that. For one last time, I just like to remind you that it is a women's shoe, so there is a certain ceiling to it in terms of comfort and fit, especially when it comes to our bigger dudes out there. But please share your thoughts on them down in the comments. Feel free to let us know how you designed your Nike by You pair. if you went with that option. Or tag me on Instagram with any shoe that you caught recently. Thank you so much for watching. Still so many pairs coming up, and I'll see you on the next one.